Do you know that payphones still exist in Singapore and they are now free? Watch this and you'll know where to find them and why they still exist. So, in case you are a young freak who stay passing stigma, skibidi, you might not know what payphones are. Back in the past, if you were going to meet your friends at 2 PM outside the popular bookstore below Jurong East MRT station, you could not just back out at the last minute. Because if you did, the police might be looking for you. You see, I know this is almost impossible to believe, but mobile phones were not a thing until the late 1990s or early 2000s. So if you were meeting Tan Zhiwei at 2 PM outside the popular bookstore below Jurong East MRT station, and Tan Zhiwei was still not there by 2:15 PM, then maybe you can head to the CD Rama inside the popular bookstore to listen to Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. Are you feeling old now, you old uncles and aunties? Yeah, and by 2:30 PM, if Tan Zhiwei still didn't appear, you have to look for a payphone located everywhere in Singapore to call his house phone. You can either use this, which is the phone card with prepaid amount for this type of payphone, or use coins on this orange payphone, which was usually at every coffee shop. Each call will cost 10 cents for 3 minutes. And I know what you are thinking.
How will the payphones have records of Tan Zhiwei's number?
And you bodo in the past, literally remember our friend's house phone number one, or use this little booklet to write down all our friends' number. I know this seems like the dark ages, whereby doctors drain out blood from patients' head to relieve headache because they believe that an evil spirit is inside the brain. But that was really how life was like. So to all Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, here's my message to you. This is why we dare to talk. You guys only know how to message and run away when. But you likely know that nowadays, everyone has a mobile phone. So much so that in 2023, while we had then only less than 6 million people, there were over 9.8 million mobile subscriptions. Which means on average, each one of us has 1.74 mobile phones. Kind of lah. And businesses that have payphones are giving up for another interesting reason. If you are looking to advertise your business in this channel, we can help you. There are guaranteed views and many big brands have trusted us. Just click on the link in the description. Before 2007, the price of 10 cents for 3 minutes of call was uniform. Calls to emergency number will be free. However, it changed from 1st March 2007 when IDA, the predecessor to IMDA, relaxed the rules for payphones, whereby operators of the payphones can set their own prices as long as it doesn't exceed the cap of 10 cents per 2 minutes. That was because demand had dropped a lot then. But of course, many operators still did not continue with it. For example, a shop owner said many customers used the payphone to make calls to mobile phones, and when the mobile phone users did not pick up, the customers left and the mobile phone users often called back. He said he was like a telephone operator as the payphone kept on ringing, and so he discontinued the service. Now, if so, will all operators have given up and that there are now no more payphones? Well, you are wrong. What you might not know is that even as of now, there are still about 150 payphones in Singapore. Because despite what you think, there's still demand, and these are important demands. Businesses might have given up in payphones, but they are still essential services. You see, payphones remain necessary for certain elderly and low-income households, whether from long-standing habits or because they provide an essential service. This is why IMDA said in 2020 that basic telephone service operators, Singtel and StarHub, are required to maintain at least one payphone near every HDB block with 1-room or 2-room units, so as to ensure that everyone has access to telephony services. StarHub and Singtel operate them in housing estates. The company, LionCall Telecommunication, also have payphones in places that are more frequently visited by migrant workers, such as Little Indian. Some of the phones provide free local calls for 3 minutes, while some need 10 cents for 3 minutes. Now, this piece of history is interesting, but there's another history of Singapore that's even more interesting. Long hair was banned in Singapore in the past for guys. Watch this and you'll understand. Also, follow me on Instagram if you have not done so, as we publish exclusive short videos there. Link in description. And if you want to advertise with us, even as a standalone video, do contact us. Thank you for spending almost 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it and hope you learned something.